Duran, was it? Could you tell me a little bit more about this project that you
Of
worked
course,
on?
Ethan, I can always tell you about what a social media manager is. You know, somebody that takes recording and personalizing whatever sports they are in very serious. What is a social media sports manager? You know, and what do they provide to the team, Ethan? Let me
Well,
know.
a sports media manager helps do a lot for a sports team. How they help is they create and promote media for various sports teams and athletes over various platforms in order to engage with fans online and help bolster the team's popularity. They help expand outreach and promote popularity and brands. The career outlook so far for sport media managers is positive and growing due to a lot of sport companies continuing to shift their focus from in-person events to online communication with fans. And for roles and responsibilities, they create a content schedule for their teams, and then they track the effectiveness of those strategies using qualitative data like likes and reposts. That's cool and all, but where would I go to find a position as in a sport media manager job?
So, somewhere you can go find a job for a social media sports manager. You can go to Teamwork Online. Why Teamwork Online? Because on Teamwork Online has the most and best job posting for real sports organizations with real complete descriptions of those jobs that are needed. See, a pro is job listings from professional and collegiate sports teams with new positions posted regularly. See, but the con is you have to get there early. See, it's only few entry spots and there are big people that want to get in. So you have to get in early to be able to play. So what is a real life work example of one of these jobs?
The first workplace example of a social media manager is for a social media manager for the Utah Jazz in Sandy, Utah. It's essential to the team because it helps create and build the team's identity by planning and executing content plans, promotional campaigns, and managing social media channels like YouTube and Instagram. They work in an office in Sandy, Utah, as you can see, and they work with their social media team and other groups to direct and support coverage of Utah Jazz games on game days and not. They create reports on social media strategies using data, and they oversee various social media channels. Their responsibility is to protect the reputation of the company and to help brand outreach and help grow the Utah Jazz company. They report to the Senior Director of Digital Content, but after that, I couldn't see who they report to further. The second workplace example is as a social media manager for the Vancouver Canucks. Instead of basketball this time, we got hockey. The location this time is in Vancouver, Canada. It's essential because it leads a diverse cast of employees and directs them in developing and implementing company values into social media posts and to help increase the team's popularity. They work in an office in Vancouver, Canada with other remote employees. They lead the media team in the design of promotional content. They help mentor and guide younger members of the team. They participate in meetings with various partners and they help brainstorm various content ideas. They have many responsibilities as they lead management, design, and communication of the Canucks social media calendar. They help create supporting media for Canucks games, and they work with marketing to align posts with team values. It is not provided who you report to in this position. And our last real-life workplace example is for the Green Bay Packers as a social media content coordinator. It's located in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and it works in an office space there. It's essential because it helps develop, execute, and monitor content strategies with others in the digital and social team to most effectively connect with Green Bay's fan base and to help promote the team's brand. Some tasks include executing paid social media campaigns, analyzing social media for new ideas for content, generating reports, evaluating the effectiveness of social media campaigns using likes and reposts, promoting fan engagement with the company, and contributing to brainstorming, planning, and scheduling across social media platforms. Some responsibilities involve staying on top of trends, providing support for event coverage, helping execute the marketing strategy, and helping the Green Bay Packers manage their social media presence. Those jobs are cool and all, but what do you need to become a social media manager?
So you ask, so the job specification that you need and the skills and traits that you need is planning, multitasking, and priority analysis skills. See, we also need to have great, strong communication and teamwork skills. You need to be very innovative and decisive when you want to be working this job. See, required experiences you always need for a job, especially a job like this. One, you need an undergraduate degree in communications or journalism. Two, you need a minimum of 2 years of experience in digital media in a professional capacity, right? Three, familiarity creating content on various platforms. And four, proficiency in creative software like Photoshop. And, the compensation details are not listed on every site, so, but a median of an annual salary, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, is $56,770 a year. So, how should I prepare for this position while I'm still in college?
There's a lot you can do in college to prepare for one of these positions. But a couple of volunteer ideas is to be a social media marketing and content assistant for culture and sports, which helps work with marketing leads to execute social media content and campaigns, and it gets you experience in creating and posting engaging content. And then the second volunteer opportunity while you're still in college is being a podcast producer for culture and sports, as you work with the podcast producers while they are live to ensure that they have a smooth, logical run of the show. Now, if you're looking to get paid while you're doing work, some internship ideas include the Utah Jazz Bantam social media intern position, the Buffalo Sabres social media intern position, and the Portland Pickles social media ads, digital marketing, and content intern. These positions get you skills in assisting with the development of media posts and producing ideas, designing and editing those posts. The Buffalo Sabres social media intern allows you to pitch ideas, help create and post content for them. And then the Portland Pickles social media internship allows you to gather data and organize it so that you can put it in reports and gain the experience from creating those reports and analyzing that data. Duran, would you personally like to be a social media manager?
I wouldn't have a problem with it, actually, to be honest. It doesn't sound bad, and you get to work with professional teams. The only part I wouldn't like about it is, the annual salary. Of course I want to get paid more for, moving around, being away from family, recording, posting, doing the things that, supporting the team. Of course, it's very cool, and I would love to be around such atmosphere and experience. It would be amazing to be around something like that. So Ethan, would you want to use this? Would you want to take this job?
As cool as it sounds, it's not really that interesting to me. As much as I love sports and I would love to work for a professional sports team, my experience isn't really in, digital content creation, and I barely like using social media in my free time, so I'm not really looking to work there.